gonna go for something bigger in terms of garrisons now. I'm gonna garrison all of South Korea and Japan.
Yes, all those units stuck in my land now.
This is a big one. This is gonna probably cause a lot of units to be deployed, certainly. But still not rising as fast as everybody else's. The garrisons should help keep everything over here safe, though.
No, I just forgot them to move.
Just in case anything goes to shit.
Oh, okay, good. It's just as long as you only forgot.
I'm currently stashing all the units that were going for Yugoslavia. I'm putting them in Portugal, because I figure he doesn't have line of sight in Portugal, because he intended on invading Portugal, yeah. He might have units in the area that could see me, though. So I'm just going to stack them up
Are you
here.
serious? What the fuck? Really, India?
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
India. Oh boy, a new war has begun. There's a war in India again. So, Narfi.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do about this? This is the last thing you have over here.
Yeah, I'm really conflicted right now, because I want to attack Shibiwow, really. Because he's really getting on my nerves right now. He's taking everything what I have to worry about you.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I don't want you killing him, because obviously that would make this a 1v1, and that would be a lot more difficult than a 1v1v1. I don't mind if you just help India, you know? If you send troops to India, push him out or something. Do you even have justification towards him? You might, I guess.
That's around 17 now.
You might, technically, you might have an unprovoked war declaration since you guys fought each other.
Okay, you check that.
You can't, unfortunately, so I wouldn't rely on it. I'd build justification if you're going to.
I have 70.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
That's 60, actually. He's still supporting me.
Ah, yeah. So that's gonna keep it going down if you're not opposing him. I mean, if you want to help India, help India. I don't care. That's not around his main area, although I wonder how Calcutta's gonna do. If it falls, India might still move it back to New Delhi.
Oh, I hate this, how this is going.
If you attack him, that's different. Because I don't think he could withstand the weight. Because we're in the same situation as we were before. I think your militaries are probably roughly the same size as they were during the last war.
Yeah, exactly.
Although this time, I think he has literally all of his garrisons everywhere up. Everywhere. My military is over 2 million deploying all these garrisons, but it's gonna keep us protected. I think we're gonna get our chance to go after Yugoslavia after all. Depending on how you attacked him, I wouldn't mind. So, the thing is, there's an area I don't want you getting into. If you took, like, the Harbin and Shenyang region, that northeast region around Korea, and Dalian, that's fine. But if you took Beijing, you know, if you got up to Beijing, that's where I have a problem.
Yeah, just actually Shenyang and North. That's fine?
Shenyang and North, I would be fine with. Yes, Shenyang and North, you can get all that oil. But if you zoom in closer to Beijing and in between, he has some land production at a port called Jingxi. It's south of Fuxin and Jinzhou. I would not want you progressing past that point.
Yeah, you say those names, but I don't really know.
It's just southwest of Shenyang. There's a military complex with 2 land productions. It's a port and it leads towards Beijing. Like, I wouldn't want you going past there. But I also don't mind if you, say, took that little island he has with all that stuff on it.
No, I'm not going to go for that.
And if you also had movement through France, technically I don't mind if you go into Thailand. So if you go into India, if you invade that very limited area, if you invade just anywhere away from his capital, I'm fine.
Alright, I have put off those battle zones that no one goes past Shenyang. At least the battle zone.
Yeah, that's going to take still a little bit of micro to keep your units under control in that region.
Yeah, I try to, but I can't guarantee that one unit gets away.
Yeah, that's fine. You know,
right.
But remember, he can respond quickly. We saw that last war.
Yeah, I know.
So,
oh shit, I can't attack him. I have a non-aggression with him.
You can, but you're going to take a penalty.
I don't think I can use that.
If you want to wait it out, then you could just, again, assist India. You could keep him in a forever war.
I'm already doing that.
Oh, are you sending more units?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. This war should distract him a bit. Let's get our forces headed to Greece again. I got like 500 land units right now that are going to be headed over to Greece. I have the mainland US very sparsely populated, but it's not too much of a problem, I don't think. I'm going to sea transport some more from Ireland and Liberia over to Portugal, and I'm going to use that as a way to kind of attack from the west and maybe get Italy involved, but I know from the south is going to be the best situation. I think I can do this. It's not going to be my easiest war to declare, it's not going to be the easiest one to do, but it's going to give me a permanent foothold over here with a lot of units in the region, and hopefully get me one step closer to winning. The sooner we can hit Narfi from the west, the better. I don't know how many troops he's sending to India, but he is sending troops to India. Definitely a lot of BTRs here running to the front. Let's take a look at the losses. It's hard to tell because they were already at war before. Overall, you know, most of these kills and deaths are just between him and China anyway. I think it was closer to even before. I think India's losing more than they're taking now. He needs to sell more units if India's going to stand a chance. Oh, this is very, very interesting. I hope his attention is very distracted. It's going to be a brutal war for both of them. Hey, Shibi, whisper, whisper, how many land units do you have with this war going on?
Over 1,000.
Oh, thank God. Because I see those BTRs popping up.
Yeah, and once again, he's supplying India with tanks, but just too little, too late.
I've actually hit my reservist personnel cap while deploying all these garrisons and all my troops, so that's an issue. There's probably some areas I imagine that haven't gotten troops, but we'll see how that goes. I'm more concerned with what's going to happen over in Yugoslavia right now. We got 500 land units that are going to arrive in Greece and push up that southern front. Greece might help me. Turkey probably won't. I'm going to try to push from the west as well in Italy. There's not going to be as many troops over there, maybe like 100 or a little over 100. Yeah, not as much. But it's going to be a decent enough amount to open up the front at least. Do they have garrisons here? They have troops, but they don't have a lot of garrisons, so that works to my advantage. Italy might help me, maybe. Going for Austria would be smarter, but again, Yugoslavia is just this far more critical one to take. They have 4 land, 4 air, 4 naval, and they're a much bigger fortress in the region to get my foot in the door. I'm going to get the land units all headed over into Switzerland, where they're going to go pile up. Wow, hopefully his attention is distracted still currently. I'm going to get a group of reinforcements headed that way. Hopefully they do make it. I don't know if, without the AI, I don't know if a lot of these can actually make it over there. Belarus surrendered. He just annexed Belarus. Oh, wow. I guess he had to do something, huh?
Oh, I see someone just annexed.
No, nothing happened.
He's looking in the region, which is not good. Hopefully he's not paying too much attention. Troops from Liberia are still in the
Belarus
way.
just suddenly decided to stop existing.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of my spies are wearing off, unfortunately, so I gotta replace them if I want to have an idea of what's going on in these regions still. A lot of my spies were actually getting captured, which is really no bueno. Definitely don't want captured spies. I've placed all the spies I can currently place. More units have arrived in Portugal. Getting real close to being able to start this. War in India is progressing. I don't think he's sending them enough. I see they've lost Calcutta, but their new capital is Delhi, so that one's pretty safe.
Yeah, for now. He has more units than I thought.
Look at his military production. He's building up fast.
I don't get how he gets up that fast. What advice did you give him?
I gave him advice earlier, but he's already used it. This is not from that. This is just his raw military production. He has nothing to upgrade, you know? He's just building up. So, he could probably outproduce his losses in this war.
Did you advise him to build lower quality?
No. Are you still sending them units, or is this,
I'm sending, I keep sending, but he's still pushing. It's unbelievable, actually.
I'm surprised you're not sailing units over there at this point.
No, because when they get hurt, I have to sell them back to Russia.
True, yeah. Well, he's definitely still pushing, yeah. They need a lot of units to fight him. I see the losses are going up on both sides, though. Can't tell, but I feel like he's actually doing really well in terms of the KDR this time. It's time for the war to begin. We have excessive amounts here. Excessive. Well, this is gonna be fun. This is the most ballsy thing I've done this whole playthrough, and it might not work. But we're gonna find out. Alright, my heart's pumping, but it's time to start.
Oh, what the bejesus?
Ooh, I scared you.
What happened?
Okay. Why is the game paused?
Yo, calm down. I'm just doing something. Jesus Christ.
Oh!
Is this familiar, Shibi?
Yes, very much so.
I do not like this.
Is this familiar, Shibi? Hey, you're watching the playthrough, Narfi. Is this familiar?
I haven't watched the last 2 parts.
Oh, so you didn't see me do this?
No.
Oh, well, spoilers. This happens. Also, spoilers, Shibi doesn't like it.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, I hate it.
Well, it's a little different, huh, Shibi?
Somewhat.
So far, we're only fighting the Slavs
Is
themselves.
Russia gonna come to Yugoslavia's aid?
That's what I'm curious about. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. I see him coming. I want to see if I can get any of my Air Force over here to maybe actually participate in something. But I don't know how much of them are going to be able to reach over there. We're definitely going to push in successfully. That much is certain. But his troops are on the way, so he's going to be reinforcing them. So far, the war itself is going okay. We've lost 1 unit. We've killed 100. Any of our troops that need to heal, though, need to go all the way back home, and the Yugoslav Navy can maybe catch some of them, unfortunately, but they are falling under the weight of our surprise attack so far. We just need to keep the pressure on. We need to keep it moving. None of my allies currently seem to actually be helping. No, the Greeks. The Greeks are helping me a little bit, so that's something. One of our units is running in like a fucking dumbass. Some of his colonies are already here helping him protect.
How many units did you send?
Are the Soviet units arriving? The Soviet units are arriving. He is still supporting my government, though, so that's good. I wish the Italians would come and help me, but they don't seem to want to. Some of my planes are arriving in the region successfully. We're actually basing out of Austria, too. We have access to so many locations for this stuff. Let's get some more reinforcements headed from places like Liberia and etc., because we might need more units now that the Soviets are in here, too. Although he isn't arriving with as much force as I expected. So let's keep the pushes going. We're getting real close to Beograd. No matter what, our total amounts of units are still pushed. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff showing up at this one location that's going to be a little problematic. Let's see. Condemn government, anti-communist demonstrations, condemn government. So far, yeah, the push is still going. It's going pretty well. Their morale is plummeting. And the faster we push up, the better things look for us. He only has enough forces to focus on like one side of this push, which is very, very good for us because we're pushing up without a whole lot of resistance. And if we can keep this up, there's nothing he can really do to stop us. And we keep the air forces on this region where he's got a lot of presence to try to keep him busy. I'm not going to place any garrisons here at the moment or anything. That seems a little silly to me. The Soviets are trying to sail out to escape, but we can actually cut off his retreating units. Oh my god, the whole Soviet fucking air force is here. That's terrifying. But we gotta keep pushing up on Beograd. We can let nothing hold us back. Jesus Christ, man, your whole fucking air force is here. This is insane. This is more than Shibi threw at me. There's so much air power here.
I know with who I'm dealing with.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh,
does that mean no, like, does that mean you're taking me seriously, but you don't take him seriously enough to send your whole air force?
I did.
I didn't see this much fucking air in Mongolia. Holy fucking shit. This is batshit, dude. He has so much air and there's so much stuff over here. But once we break through to Beograd, they'll probably surrender. His counteroffensive in the west has pretty much died out by the looks of it.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't his whole fucking air force.
He's got a lot of his units actually coming through Italy, or trying to. But, yeah, no, they're just trying to escape to go home. That's what they're trying to do. He's defending Beograd to the last man. I have a lot of units here, but I don't have that many units to defend against all this. we gotta keep the push going with what we have and what we can, and get any reinforcements headed over that we ever possibly can. I'm gonna send my Air Force into this fray, you know? It's really my only chance to really make more progress over here. He has so much crap over here, but we have another push headed into the area anyway, and that's going pretty well. We're actually making some decent progress, but the Air Force that he has here is just brutal. It's decimating my troops in the region. I'm starting to lose a decent amount of units, so my forces here overall are starting to shrink. If I get another push coming, you know, he's going to run out of these little bases to, well, base his air out of. So as of right now, this is pain. I don't have an Air Force to effectively counter this that I can get across the ocean. I cannot actually counter this right now. Try to get more units headed from the Americas for whatever that's worth. We are still stuck out here at Beograd, but our other push is going pretty nice, pretty fine. His Air Force might be spreading out a little bit. Our overall military remaining here deployed is not that high. It's maybe half, probably a lot less than half of what I sent here. A lot of it's still going back to Ireland to repair. We gotta get as many units as we can get going over there for sure. We gotta take what we can as soon as we can. Yeah, we're losing so many tanks and stuff up here at the front to his units. We do have a barracks here to repair with, but this front is just, it's a death trap. We are losing so many units, but so is he. I've definitely killed way more than I've lost, and his losses are going up as well, but with his air power here and the amount of units he's sending, it's not looking good for me. We might pull something out at the very, very end here. Who knows? I'll send the Air Force where I actually need it to go, and that's right over here, where my Western force is trying to push up. Because if I can push up with another force and open another front, the losses can stop piling in, but oh my god, are they ever piling in. It's not a negative KDR just yet, but it's just not good. It's not a good situation. Oh, this is too much. We've taken Novi Sad, so we are making progress. We are successfully making progress. If we push up and take Zamun... Oh yes, we did it! Woo!
About Yugoslavia.
Wow!
You...
Take the capital.
I took enough. I just lowered their morale enough. You were giving me a hell of a fight there, sir, with all your air power. Damn. But, holy shit, good fight. Good fucking fight for sure.
Good fight, yeah. Oh, man.
That was so much air power. What? How much land units did you send down here? How much was that? You lost a good amount of troops, I know that. Holy crap. Let's get to rebuilding what we have here.
See, you should have saved all those T-10s instead of sending them to India.
Let me cancel some of these
Believe me, I have enough.
that were being made. There's only one research. Okay, we need to fortify the borders before this gets any crazier.
Speaking of India, holy shit.
I haven't looked. What's the situation? We need air defenses in this region for sure. We need air defenses all over this goddamn region because we've seen the amount of air power he's willing to flex in the region. So we need to be prepared for it and cover this area with air defenses that can defend our borders. And we need to make some sorts of fortifications for him to try to get past, that's for sure. Once we can get some garrisons deployed here, that will be all the better. We have a lot of troops that are going to, at the end of the day, be in Ireland now, because so many of them ran over here for safety. But I am going to send them back over to Yugoslavia, because that's where they really, really need to be. And remaining in America right now, I have still over 500 land units. The Canadians, I expected them to do this. They're taking a lot of the work defending my territory, which is good. Let's see what we have. Oh yeah, he's taking a good bite out of India. Look what happened. You just let India fight all by themselves. I don't know why you would ever do that.
Fuck you.
I don't know why you would do that. You know, it's not like I didn't attack a Warsaw Pact member and you're letting your last hope in this region just fall. Well, you're not a very good ally.
I don't like you anymore.
Oh my god, what? What did I do? What did I do?
Invaded Europe.
Oh, and there goes India. Wow. India. You really just abandoned them. Was Yugoslavia really that much more important than India? I mean, look at that. Look, he has all of India now.
Yeah, it was. Because now I have troubles on both sides.
Dude, there's already all of Western NATO. You already had trouble on this side. When did you not have trouble?
But they don't declare war on me.
Oh, they might.
Hey,
I mean, look how many wars he's had declared on him.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't ask for this shit.
You never know. They could have declared war on one of your Warsaw Pact members. I've seen Italy start World War III by invading Yugoslavia. Actually, I've seen it. We're still satisfied, amazingly, even after that invasion. Our total reserve personnel is improving. I want to make sure that we have this whole region garrisoned, because if we don't, we're gonna feel the wrath of God. The North Koreans actually put some units in our territory. That's funny. Come on, you know you like me.
Talk to me tomorrow.
Hey,
Oh, crap.
I even said that you could take all those parts of China.
Yes, but I can't because I have a fucking non-aggression and I don't want to take the penalty.
How much longer does it last?
Around half a year.
Well, I mean, you should be good by then. Gonna scrap all this crap that I don't need now, that I took from Yugoslavia. We're not gonna need all this stuff.
Okay, time to calm things down a little bit now.
1956. So many wars have happened that were just unexpected, really.
Just look at the casualties. It says enough.
I think China, since the beginning of this playthrough, has lost another, like, 700,000 human casualties. I definitely came out ahead of my KDR in that war through both killing Yugoslavians and through killing him. Oh, this was a really tough place to take, but we did take it, and that's what matters. They had 4, 4, and 4, so I don't need to build anything here, that's for sure. I could do with connecting some of this stuff together, because some of this is not currently ideal. But all in all, that's pretty nice. We don't need this many sea piers. This many sea piers could actually weaken us, because he could, I don't know, do a landing or something. I have a lot of troops up here, and I intend to keep them up here. Yeah, we still have like hundreds spread around all these barracks up here in reserves, but we did have hundreds go back to Ireland, so as units pop out of Ireland, well, it's actually not that bad. There's about 100 currently in the barracks over there in Ireland. Not as bad as you might think it would be. I will need to get more stuff into Europe. I will need to get more land in Europe. Albania would be a good target, just like I did against Shibi. They have 1 land production. That could help fortify me a little bit more, give me a little more land, more connections. I already seen what happened when I invaded a Warsaw Pact member against a weakened Shibi, and let me tell you, invading that right now would be a terrible idea for me to do. You can't attack me without provoking NATO if he did attack me directly, but he could probably kick me out if he did attack this place, especially before I get garrisons up here, which I don't currently have. He could definitely kick me out if he wanted to, if he really tried to. I want to get down a couple more locations that have like air defense, the gun emplacement, fortification setup that are blocking roads, if at all possible. And in some other locations, I'll just place some emplacements on any roads that lead in or out of the region, just to slow them down a little bit. Once these things get building, I'll start, well, I could start putting up some garrisons here now, just to get it started. Yeah, fuck it, let's go ahead and start getting garrisons here now. I'll update them later once more can be fit in there. Let's check the deployed militaries now. Yeah, I'm up here. I've raised my total deployed units by like 1 million, and a lot of this is just garrisons. It's literally just garrisons. Total production, Shibi is #1 for land. He's catching up at everything else, and the USSR certainly has a lot of stuff. Probably want to get some more air bases in the region to provide supply and otherwise help defend all this land we've taken. Moldova surrendered. Oh, he's stepping things up a notch.
Getting rid of all your colonies, I see, huh?
Which is technically a good thing, because that will, in the long run, actually hold him back in some ways. I'm building a lot of air bases to make sure we can have a lot of air power here, because God knows we're going to need it. Every time he annexes a colony, he does give up some world market opinion. He's down to concern, so he would have a hard time declaring some wars. Yeah, dude, his law enforcement funding isn't good enough. But I'm going to fortify the Panama Canal, because it's another very important area for me. How's our total units? Oh, getting the reserves set up in Europe isn't hurting us too badly. In fact, we already got most of them set up, amazingly. That's really nice. Overall, our resources are doing fine in general. We have way too much uranium. The price has plummeted back down due to how much uranium we made. We were not really currently building anything. Let's check our economy. It's been a little bit. 6.5. We could definitely get more hydro building, that's for sure.
Rez, quick question.
Shoot.
So let's say that I get full transit with Britain, for example. I put troops in Malaysia. When Malaysia release, or when Britain releases Malaysia, will my troops be automatically kicked out of there?
No, they'll stay in there, but they won't really be able to do anything war-wise until you move them out.
So I couldn't declare war with them still in there?
Yes, but until you move your battle line up to them, it would be no good. They wouldn't be able to do anything.
Right, because of the supply. Yeah, they wouldn't have.
Yeah, they can't establish their own lines of supply, so they would just kind of sit there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Build more hydro. Although the price of electricity is plummeting, I'll say that much. We don't need this agriculture here. Yeah, let's just get a bunch more hydro building in the meantime. Move it further southwest down the east coast. A fortress besieged, Putin says.
What?
A fortress besieged is how Putin describes his nation.
I feel him. I have the same thing right now.
I see you annexing all your colonies, probably just to fill up the buffer more effectively. I don't think you understand my plans, but really, honestly,
it's getting more clear your plan. To be honest.
No, I don't think you understand my plan because this situation's a little unique. China's still probably more of a threat to you than me, especially with how fast they're building up. I just attacked Yugoslavia. You were the only one with an alliance. I steered clear of the Warsaw Pact because I could have just invaded East Germany through West Germany. That would have been fun.
Yeah. He is at 80 land production right now.
Yes, he is. It's getting more and more ridiculous by the day. You're at 76. I'm only at 65. Think about that. I'm still not keeping up with you guys.
You haven't lost anything, so you don't have to. You have probably still more units than me and them combined.
No, I highly doubt that. His military is growing way too rapidly, and our militaries were probably even around the start of today.
I don't think so.
I'll turn on 2 more air productions. Gotta get more of that stuff building, that's for sure. God, keeping up with buying agriculture is a bitch. Oh, the price is going up. I need to raise the price. I don't want it at 69, come on. 70, there you go. We'll buy it up to 70 now. Soon we're just gonna have to start making it. That will help my economy anyway.
I still have some other problems I haven't under control.
Yes, I've been seeing your little partisans forming.
Yeah, I was afraid you saw them. I don't think she saw it. But I had to really defund everything just to afford that war.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have fought it.
Yeah, maybe.
Was it worth it? That's what I asked Shibi when I invaded, not Yugoslavia, but it was Austria in the Cold War playthrough. That was the first thing I actually invaded. That's why I told him it's the same thing, but a little different, right? Because when I took it, I said, well, was it worth it? We're unlocking some new helicopters. You get the Huey gunship coming out. The Sea Sprite, which can move a little bit further, and overall actually looks better at everything, except defense. But I'm going to go with the Sea Sprite. That actually seems really cool. The Sea King is pretty meh. Yeah, no, that's just for patrolling against subs. The Sea Sprite's a little bit multi-purpose, so I'm going to go for that one. We got some more patrol planes popping up. I don't know if I really want any of these, but I'll research the Orion. It might come in handy. Some more transport planes popping up. Some of these could be handy. Some transport helicopters, too. I can get the Sea Stallion transport helicopter. That would be pretty handy to me. And in terms of transport planes, I'm going to say probably the Hercules would be a good one as well. And we could probably just exclude the rest of this. These are all cheaper / worse off transports that we're not really going to need.
I have some forces in North Korea, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I see them.
Oh, yeah, you're also friendly with them.
I didn't want to fight Korea. If I did, I would have just kept the little bits of them that I had and then taken them over at the get-go. Like I could have, but I did not. I honestly think this works better as being your ally here. I feel like this works better for the both of us.
Yeah, you can better not attack North Korea.
If you feel like pressuring him at all, he actually still has a little bit of land loyal to North Korea he never gave back. There's nothing on it, it's just land, but you could try to convince him to release it. I don't know. He's also kind of been doing pretty good against you, so I don't know if he would actually do anything for you.
No, then I look also weak.
He is definitely growing stronger and stronger, and honestly, in a few more years, by the time Malaysia gets released, roughly, I'm sure, he'll be in our leagues, and this won't be so the way it is now. Let's just say that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not long before he does something to get on my nerves.